Grove, can you hear me?
I can, yeah. I was going to say, does Wes want to do? Of course, we don't have a talkback button.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here's J. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. J. Check.
Testing 1, 2, 3 from beautiful Mansfield Stadium on a lovely night for football. If you like football on August 17th.
Okay, here's J. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. J. 1, 2. Yep.
Yep, I'm up here. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Great. Excellent. Yep.
Thank you.
Nice job, Wes.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to hear your voice, though.
Yeah. It's time for the 400-meter dash, Division III boys, I believe.
Seems like we just did that. Yes,
that was the last event.
We got to get you on that.
Oh, yeah, I love track. That's good stuff.
Do you like it for 2 days for 10 hours at a time?
No, I don't know about that, but maybe that helps give people a break.
Yeah, actually, it's such a marathon, but it is fun. It's a good event.
Good stuff.
It's a great event.
But I still say, you're like high school sports, when you know the kids, for the bang for your buck, it's the best.
It's great. It's great. What's weird is that, our son, he's going to be a sophomore at Eau Claire, but so he was at Middleton in, 17, graduated 17. And the moment he left school, we left all association with Middleton High School.
Well, sure.
We don't know anybody anymore, It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I always say, as a parent, you become a prisoner of your kids' activities.
Yeah.
But, their friends become your friends. And
no doubt.
Or their parents become your friends because that's who you hang with.
Yeah. No kidding. How different has it been for you this August?
It's really weird.
I got to believe.
Really weird. I've tried to keep busy. I, go to other team practices and ask what can I do to help. And I went and talked to at a youth clinic. I talked to officials the other night. The local officials association had me come and share their perspective.
Oh, that's good.
As a coach, what you look for.
The official have been appreciated that, though. I mean,
to get it from a
Coach Sauer did that and he became really tight with the officials for about the 8-10 years when he wasn't coaching, and he'd critique their work after every game. I mean, they really appreciated that.
Yeah. And officiating, especially high school football, is becoming really, really hard to find.
Yeah,
so
young Phil.
The really good guys have gone to college, and the older guys are retiring, and there's like no young officials.
Yeah.
And so we're in very close to an official crisis.
Yeah.
An official crisis.
Right. We got confirmation on Gillis, the quarterback.
I didn't.
Yeah, Gillis.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Number 2 is Lutz.
Yep.
8 is Palat. Strode is 12. Dominic Strode. 50, who starts, he's Grakowski, no J. Adam Rademacher, not Rademacher, Rademacher. 86 is Meza. And 91 is kicking tonight. He is Luked. Colin Luked.
Looked like he was pretty good.
Yeah. Who's that? Luke?
Luked.
Students, you are reminded that you may not leave the stadium and return at any time during the game. Thank you for your cooperation. Football coach Mike Harris, thank you so much for your attention. this time, we would like you to stand and remove your hats to honor America and those defending our freedom. Please join for our national anthem.
Prep Mania Game of the Week on TBW and Channel3000.com returns. We open our 12th season with a Big 8 conference matchup between the Sun Prairie Cardinals and the Madison Memorial Spartans. Great to have you on board tonight. Jay Wilson along with Bill Brophy and the newest member of our broadcast team, Alan Minert. And guys, there's always something special about the first night. The lines are fresh and the grass is freshly cut and we're all ready to go.
Yeah, and it's, we had a fair amount of rain. It's going to be interesting to see how the field holds up. I know that there were at least one game in the area got moved to tomorrow because of the heavy rain, but we weren't that bad here, and so we're ready to go. It looks like a beautiful night for football.
And, bro, a lot of things have changed for both of these teams since last year. Sun Prairie more from a personnel standpoint and Madison Memorial from a head coaching standpoint.
Well, indeed. I mean, that's the beauty of high school football. You graduate kids, and it's a whole new season. In Sun Prairie's case, they only returned 4 starters on each side of the ball. Gone are 5 all-state players from a year ago. We understand a couple of them were tuning in to watch from their new colleges. And as you say, Memorial's got a new coach. Michael Harris returns to his alma mater. See if he's got some bags of tricks for Sun Prairie, which was the runner-up in the state a year ago. They lost to Kimberly. Everybody has the last 5 years, and Sun Prairie is no exception. So lots of new faces on the field as we start yet another season.
Cole Kirchhoff getting ready to kick off. There you see him for Madison Memorial as Sun Prairie will receive. These two teams met twice last year, once in the regular season, once in the playoffs, and Sun Prairie dominated both of those games, winning 50-0 and 35-0. But we suspect that tonight, in the first game of this season, maybe things might be a lot closer than that. Here's the kickoff, and it's taken in the middle of the field by Sun Prairie. Returning it is number 19, Dominic Landfear, and he's tied up at about the 25-yard line. So that's where Sun Prairie will get their first possession of the year.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Ethan Ackley. I'm sorry, Ethan, we're on the wrong one here, 44. Kyle Murphy, great tackle on the kickoff. Pins him down inside the 25.
Memorial, of course, in their home green with white letters, and Sun Prairie in the white road uniforms, red letters and black trim. At quarterback for the Cardinals, Richie Gillis saw some time as the backup last year. He was 7 of 10 for 72 yards and a touchdown last season. Jack Zander was Sun Prairie's quarterback that took them to the state championship game last year. He threw for over 2,000 yards. First play is a pass, and it's complete. This is Cooper Nelson, and look at him go. Nelson out to the 45-yard line. First down, Sun Prairie.
A lot of people think Cooper Nelson's the best receiver in the state. He's their leading receiver a year ago. And they get him the ball on the first offensive play.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Trips formation, ran the bubble screen out there, got the ball in his hands right away in space.
Gain of 20. Cooper Nelson had 39 catches for almost 800 yards and 6 touchdowns last year. He's off to a good start, 1 catch for 20 yards. Here's the first running play of the season for Sun Prairie. This is Nathan Schauer with the carry, and short yardage, it'll be second down.
Just a simple inside zone play. Off to the left-hand side of the offensive line. look for a keep play off of that or a play action pass off of that.
Sun Prairie is a whole new set of running backs. Gone is Darren Peoples, one of their 6 leading rushers a year ago who all graduated.
Now they come to the near side. This one's complete to Ari Davis, and he makes the catch, and he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Third down coming up for Sun Prairie.
Has 3rd and short, already crossing midfield, so.
Caden Reitz on the tackle, the junior linebacker for Madison Memorial. 3rd and 1, 46-yard line. Let's see what Sun Prairie will do here on 3rd and short. Gillis will start in the shotgun. And the handoff to Schauer. He bulls forward, and that's a first down for Sun Prairie.
Again, that inside zone scheme as we see this, and then they have the defensive end playing on the quarterback, so that's a give read for the quarterback.
Got to watch for for Memorial's defense is Jeremiah Jordan, number 6. He's already verbally committed to play at Illinois State next year.
A couple of Sun Prairie first downs for the Cardinals' opening drive of the season. Gillis to throw again. Whoa, and that play was intended for Ethan Ackley, and pretty good defending there by Chauncey Cannon. Some thought he got there a little early, but no flag, so incomplete.
Alan, do you script the first plays coming out the...
Yeah, typically you would script it. Certainly these formations and running plays that you have things packaged off of them. You mentioned Jeremiah Jordan. He's actually not in the game and doesn't have his helmet on, so we're not sure what the situation is there.
You know, in warm-ups, I saw him walking over to the sideline pretty slowly, so I wonder if something happened in the warm-up. Here's a long pass that's going to be wide of the intended receiver, Ari Davis, incomplete. 3rd down and 10 coming up for Sun Prairie.
I noticed the same thing, but
right?
He led the team out. I mean,
yeah.
he was the first one out of the locker room, so...
That was good pressure there by Kyle Dahl, and so we have our first 3rd and long situation. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to play this, if they're thinking 2 downs here, or, see what happens.
This would seem to be a pretty important play for this Memorial defense if they can get a stop here. Gillies going deep. Receiver fell down and nearly intercepted. Incomplete. 4th down. Closest one to that play was Connor Fitzgerald for Madison Memorial. And
again, with the rain, the footing could be kind of treacherous out there for some of the receivers on their cuts and even defensive backs in their reaction.
Dominic Landfear was the intended receiver, but he wasn't close to the ball.
Mm-hmm. So a promising drive for Sun Prairie. Looks like it's going to stall at the Madison Memorial 43-yard line. Snap bounces back, and that's Connor Shanahan who had it blocked. Now the chase is on, and Memorial's going to get the football at midfield.
Patrick McDonald with the block.
No, and those are those first game jitters. You never know what's going to happen. And again, with new long snapper, new punter, you don't know really what to expect. And so this is like a great script for Memorial.
So the problem came on the snap as Shanahan tried to short hop it, but the play didn't get much better after that for Sun Prairie. And what did Brian Kaminsky tell us before the game? The one game he worries about every year is the first one. And that's why. 1st and 10, Memorial at midfield. Jason Sinetti, the junior quarterback, under center. Max Hoser in motion. This is a give and a big hole for Cam Marshall. And Marshall breaks into the secondary, and it's a big gain on the first play of the year for Memorial's offense.
Just a simple I formation, power play, kick out by the fullback, tailback him up. They had good blocking at the point of attack. Looks like Sun Prairie's committing to man coverage, chasing the motion across the field.
Marshall breaks at the outside. He rushed 34 times or 180 yards and a touchdown last year.
Good block by the receiver, Max Hoser, as well. 18-yard gain for Cam Marshall. First down, Madison Memorial, 32-yard line. Sinetti with his first pass of the year. had two receivers in the area, and boy, one of them, Ellingson, almost came up with it, lying on the ground on his back. Incomplete, second down.
Yeah, they went to a play action pass, which again, they've crossed midfield. They're in probably 4-down territory, and so they decided to take their shot right off of the good run.
Cincinnati took over midway through last year, and as the quarterback, Jay gave you his numbers, and they feel he's got a lot of potential.
2nd and 10, Memorial. Marshall's second carry. Well, that time he runs into a little more resistance from the Sun Prairie defense. They try to rip the ball out of his hands, but Marshall does a nice job to hang on. 3rd down and probably 5 coming up for Memorial.
Yeah, again, this down is going to probably determine, what happened. But my guess is they're going into this thinking 2 downs. And interesting, Sanetti's dad is the offensive coordinator.
It's Chris, one of the assistant coaches for Michael Harris, his first season as head coach at Memorial after 6 at Madison La Follette from 2008 to 2014.
Equipment.
Cam Marshall having a little problem with the chin strap, it appears. There's the Memorial sideline as they try to reset here. Clock rolling, just over 8 minutes left in a scoreless first quarter. Sun Prairie got the opening kickoff, drove to the Memorial 43 and then punted, and now Memorial off of block punt trying to get the first points of the year on the board. It's 3rd and 6 from the 28. Marshall stopped in the backfield, keeps the feet going, fumble, loose ball. Sun Prairie says they have it, still waiting for the official signal. And now Memorial says they have it, still waiting for an official word. Our referee, Terry King's going to come in and talk to his crew to see who in fact has it.
Yeah, a Memorial player came out of the pile with the ball.
And they're signaling 4th down. Yep. So the fumble recovered by Memorial.
There it is. Marshall twirls and now is hit, and the ball obviously goes free. And if Memorial got the ball, and clearly they did, they were pretty lucky.
I think Tyson Nash came out of that pile with the ball. It was kind of anybody's ball at that point.
Ethan Ackley ripped it out of Marshall's hands, but here comes 4th down and 6 for Madison Memorial. Zanetti throwing, little mix-up with his receiver. It falls incomplete, and Sun Prairie holds and will get it back on downs.
Great matchup on the routes by the defensive secondary of Sun Prairie, and pretty good pressure coming from the backside.
They're trying to hit Max Hoser, and a good defensive stand by Sun Prairie after the block punt. Other games in the Big 8 tonight on opening night have East at Middleton, Madison West at La Follette, Janesville Craigs at Beloit Memorial, and Verona is at Janesville Parker.
Sun Prairie, as we mentioned, made to the Division I state championship game last year, lost to Kimberly 27-7. That was Kimberly's 70th straight win. Kimberly opens at home tonight against Fond du Lac, trying to keep that streak going in the Fox Valley. Here's a 1st down play for Schauer, getting the handoff for Sun Prairie, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Big Patrick McDonald, 79. He's 6'5", 255 to plug the hole.
Nice little eye candy here, as we call it, with a little orbit motion using Cooper Nelson, but they'll have a play action pass off of that where they throw the ball to Nelson also.
Tell you what, McDonald looks bigger than 6'5", 255, doesn't he? 79. Now they'll swing it to the outside. Pass complete. This is Davis for Sun Prairie, and he goes nowhere. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Again,
great play by the secondary and outside linebackers, running to the football pretty hard there. Great open field tackle.
Caden Reitz makes the play here.
So a loss of 1, 3rd and 9 at the 29. Gillis, lots of time, going deep, and almost intercepted. Chauncey Cannon almost got his hands on it. It was a little too far, but once again, Memorial's defense will hold and force a punt.
You know, and it looks like some Prairie, you know, obviously got into down and distance they weren't real comfortable in. They're trying to get him off to a nice, good start with simple passes, but forcing a throw downfield is going to be problematic right now.
We're trying to hit Ari Davis, and again, that pass was well overthrown.
Here's Shanahan to punt for Sun Prairie. He had his first one blocked at midfield. See if the snap's a little better this time. It is. Pretty good rush by Memorial's front, but this line drive punt is going to be fumbled. Loose ball, and it looks like Madison Memorial will come up with it as Devin Friedrich was right there. As the return man had it bounce off his chest. That was Chauncey Cannon, but Friedrich there to keep the ball for the Spartans.
If you're Memorial, Allen, I would think you got to feel pretty good with 2 stops after getting beat 50-0 in 35s in running time games last year. To come out and stop a Sun Prairie team which averaged 39 points a game, you got to feel pretty good.
Exactly. I think you know, from a Memorial standpoint, this game has started well. Now they want to try and see if they can get this running game established a little better and stay out of 3rd and long or even 3rd and medium.
From their own 35-yard line. Marshall. There's about 6 Sun Prairie defenders to stop him after a minimal gain, if that.
Yeah, that was student body of Sun Prairie defense there. That's the part that makes you a little nervous is, you know, who's going to settle in and play their game the quickest. And right there, that Sun Prairie defense looked like they're ready to get amped up a little bit here and kind of got offended by a couple of first down runs.
They were so physical, and the way they swarmed the ball last year, Marty Stry and Josh Dinga and Kalpin and all those guys, they're all gone. So new guys in white jerseys, but that's the hallmark of their defense.
They've got some pretty good linebackers. Powley, Ackley, McCullers back from that great defense last year. They lead the way for Sun Prairie this season. Look out, blitz coming. Zanetti gets it off, and he was looking for Max Hoser, but defended well by Dominic Landfear. Incomplete.
This was a really nice design play to check and make sure Sun Prairie was staying sound with their defense. They motioned the flanker out, trying to set up a tight end seam, but everybody matched up perfectly because Sun Prairie's playing man coverage, and that was like a man beater, as we would call it from a coaching perspective. Now Sun Prairie's got them kind of where they want them, 3rd and long.
Zanetti, the quarterback, wore number 15 last year. This year he's wearing number 12, and I guess if you're a quarterback in Wisconsin, that's not a bad choice.
Not a bad choice at all.
You can be Rogers or Hornibrook, I guess, then. A right-handed Hornibrook. 3rd and 11, Madison Memorial. Well, Zanetti kind of stumbled as he handed it off, but Marshall, he lost the ball, and Sun Prairie recovers. Jacob Powley was right there as the ball was jarred loose from Marshall, and it's a turnover, and Sun Prairie gets it in plus territory.
It'll be interesting to see on the replay if this, if he was down before the ball came out, but then there's no instant replay here anyway, so it's going to be Sun Prairie ball, but it was very close to him being taken down.
Powley with the recovery, and then we'll get a look at who caused the fumble.
That's Ackley.
Ackley, 44. Yep. Grandson of a Hall of Fame coach, Lee Ackley. His uncle Paul is football coach and AD at McFarland.
Ethan led the team in tackles a year ago, 81, including 19 solos.
So the Sun Prairie defense gets off to a pretty good start as well this year. It's a
muggy night. Are we having water breaks?
Yes, they're especially early in the season. They'll have at appropriate times extra water breaks, which is a great idea. It's just really hard, especially this early, and this is the earliest start in Wisconsin history, I think, is August 17th. These schools actually started practice July 31st, and so just haven't had much time to acclimate to the conditions.
Player safety is obviously paramount in this day and age.
It certainly is. Here's a handoff to Shower. Pretty good hole there. Look at Shower carry the crowd, and he gets it inside the 25. So a strong run there by Nathan Shower. He's a junior, 5'11", 185 pounds.
And again, the turnover has shortened the field, so now this is again going to be a 4-down territory deal. And so it looked like Sun Prairie's deciding they're going to try and assert their run game this possession.
Shower got 7 on the last carry. Shower gets it again. Tripped up. I don't think he quite got to the first down marker.
Interesting to see what kind of spot he gets, but they're bringing the fullback across on kind of a wham block, trap block, and it's going to be 3rd and very short.
Shower took himself out, a little gimpy as he got to the Sun Prairie sideline, so we'll keep an eye on that as Shower, who's had the bulk of the carries on the ground for Sun Prairie, is out, and Aaron Shelby, number 1, 5'6", 140-pound senior, is in. He gets the carry. He gets behind the biggins, and he falls forward. Now he squirts back and lost yardage. He had the first down, tried to get more, and ended up getting less.
Yeah, he was close to the first down until he spun out of there.
I thought he had it. And they did not blow it dead as the forward progress stopped. And
Jordan was in on that play and in on the tackle. So as Alan said, 4-down territory for Sun Prairie.
4th and 3 from the 24.
Well, they're going to give him a first down and a penalty.
Those are the things, as a coach, you're not like, that's just really hard. You got him in the situation that you need him in, and again, that experience, and 4th and less than 5. Watch, somebody probably assigned, watch the ball, but that anxiety.
So that is a first down. Sun Prairie gets it at the Memorial 19. 3:36 left, scoreless first quarter, but Sun Prairie threatening. Aaron Shelby taking down to the backfield. Rory Jones, 65 on the tackle for Madison Memorial.
Yeah, he's a pretty big young man. Yeah. And, even more importantly, he's creating havoc in the backfield. I've seen him in there a few times.
6'5", 235 to be exact.
2nd and 11. Here's Nelson with his second catch. Hit initially by Devin Frederick, the safety. First down, though, for Sun Prairie. 2 catches, 2 first downs for Cooper Nelson.
And wow, just a few little things have all of a sudden helped Gillis find his traction a little bit. The run game, the offsides, being able to find his security blanket, Nelson. This drive is setting up very nicely for Sun Prairie.
Nathan Shower back in the backfield at running back, and here comes a blitz and the sack. They got to Gillis.
Well, with their backs to the wall, Memorial decides to sell out on a blitz, and I know, the experience, even though he's a senior, he hasn't played as a starter, and can't take a sack in that situation. That play is designed as a quick get it out. And he didn't see things as clearly as he liked, and therefore held on to the ball.
Kyle Murphy credited with that sack. Loss of 10.
Jones was an impact player on that play, too.
Here's the give to Davis coming around the left side, and Davis has the edge. Davis close to the goal line, and he's going to be inside the 1 or inside the 2, it looks like. It's going to be a Sun Prairie first down.
Beautiful call by the Sun Prairie coaching staff, where they got kind of a jet sweep action. Memorial's been kind of selling out on inside run blitzes, and when they caught him with a great play.
That was a 2nd and 20 call.
Got 18. 3rd and 2. Ackley. I think he got there. Or excuse me, not Ackley, a Shower, I should say.
Shower. He's close.
I don't think he got there, though. Short of the goal line. Ben Johnson, Sun Prairie's top lineman, 6'4", 305, has to sit this play out with a problem with his helmet. And,
Nope.
Well,
Coach is going to call timeout.
See? Not his first rodeo, is it
Yeah,
now?
no, we're going to reconsider this and make sure we get our 300-pound lineman in there.
Well, that tells you all you really need to know about what they think about Ben Johnson and how important he is.
Yep.
First team all Big 8 conference last year, can play tackle or guard. He's one of those guys up front for Sun Prairie. They've had so many good ones. And again, some new names on that offensive line. And I'm talking to Tim Bass, the assistant coach for Sun Prairie before the game. He says they've got a group of 9th graders that if they keep on their path, they could be the biggest line they've ever had at Sun Prairie. Now
that's talking.
That'd be saying something.
Tim's been there a long time. I think 29 years when I talked with him on the phone the other night. What a great guy, great coach. Want to also mention Jeremiah Jordan is in playing now. So whether it was trying to give it a go or.
So the rule there is if you take the timeout, you can get the equipment repaired and the kid can go back in.
Yes.
So that's why.
The helmet came off, so he has to sit out a play unless there's a timeout or stoppage of play.
I'm going to take a guess they're going to run behind 66. What do you think? Well, I don't know. I think the whistle was before the timeout Memorial.
No.
Okay.
Well, at least they got the timeout in before the quarterback snuck in there.
There you go. Okay, timeout Spartans.
Michael Harris heard your scouting report, Jay. He's going to make the adjustment there.
Yeah.
I think so.
They're down over the PA. We're running with an early lead 7-0 in Janesville over Parker. Badger games tonight. Sun Prairie's at Milton. Mount Horeb Barneveld playing Allen's old team Edgewood at Breeze Stevens. Winona Groves at Baraboo. DeForest at Oregon. Reedsburg at Monroe. Wanakee at Fort Atkinson. And those are all crossover games. The game in Watertown's host in Beaver Dam was postponed because of the flood conditions in Watertown today. They'll play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
They had about 6 inches of rain in Watertown today. And when you get that much, places you never think would flood. There were cars floating all over town. And in Watertown, of all places.
Right. Well, and Beavers and Goslings playing each
that's
other.
Right. There you go. Okay.
How big was this play? Each club's burned a timeout in the first quarter, and it's 4th and goal from the 1.
Gillies looking to throw to Cooper Nelson at 6'5". Incomplete.
Great defensive play. Number 13, Chauncey Cannon, went up, and unfortunately Nelson was not able to high point the ball.
Nelson's got 7 inches on Chauncey, but Cannon wins the battle. Stays with Nelson, and another big defensive stop for Memorial.
Well, that's a play. If you're Sun Prairie, you figure that's going to work a lot.
Yeah, you do. So now again, it's interesting, because the risk still puts them back inside, the goal line, with their backs to the wall here. So be interesting to see. Look for a blitz from Sun Prairie, try to create some havoc in the backfield here.
Marshall's the running back in the end zone, 6 yards deep. In fact, they'll give it on the dive to the fullback. Sun Prairie says they got him in the end zone.
No,
I'm not quite sure about that.
His forward progress got him out of the end zone.
I don't think the referee agreed.
This is another one that, he's trying the extended snap count, try to gain 5 freebies, but
Adam Rademacher was in the middle of that pile.
Well, now you've got 2nd and 10 from the 1. What do you got for 2nd and 10, Alan? Anything?
Yeah, I think first you try to draw them off. Actually a quick pass isn't the worst thing here too, and whether it's a pass interference then or the fade route.
Zanetti.
Well,
there he goes. Quick drop, and look at that. It's going to be a first down to Michael Chernelia.
There's all hitches to the outside guys are kind of dangerous in this situation because Sun Prairie's kind of playing a little game. Sometimes they're up pressed and sometimes they're backed off, but he found the tight end right over for a nice 5-yard gain and then broke the tackle and busted out. So
he almost broke it for 99 yards.
Yeah.
Jamel Stone holding on for dear life, and that's going to be the other quarter.
Sun Prairie's gearing up to try to hit those gaps, and then that leaves you kind of vulnerable in the back end.
Okay, that'll do it for the first quarter. It's a scoreless first quarter. Madison Memorial, Sun Prairie. We'll take a break. Be back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. You're watching the Prep Mania Game of the Week on TBW and Channel3000.com.
Locally owned since 1965, our vision is to be the recognized leader in delivering outstanding customer service through outstanding employees. Choose from Honda, Infiniti, Buick, or GMC, as well as our used
Baseball action from Pittsburgh.
to earning your business.
Pittsburgh and your Chicago Cubs are delayed due to weather.
I'll check.
What's wrong?
Welcome back to Mansfield Stadium. There you see it's theme night as usual for the Madison Memorial crowd. Sort of beach motif.
So, yeah, Summer Beach.
You always get the theme nights, so you talk to the students apparently. The kids love you.
I follow JMM Theme on Twitter.
Yeah.
And they told me to. And there were restrictions on what you could wear tonight. They thought it might
I
be
hope Alan and I are properly attired.
Oh, you guys look great. I tell you. Better and better. We start the second quarter. It's 1st and 10 Memorial. This is Cam Marshall going to the outside. And he gets pretty good yardage on first down out to the 20. 6-7 yards.
Does Alan know in his new role that he has to check in with you on theme night?
I don't know that we went over that. Did you know?
But that's that off tackle play, kick out, tailback hitting it up there for 6-7 yards, and that keeps him in friendly down distance mode.
You see Alan tried to change the subject
Yeah,
on this real quick?
Yeah, I'm not,
next week we're
not going to do beach night.
Well, Middleton at Verona is dress up like your favorite animal night. So you have a week.
We'll look forward to your outfit next week.
Thank God I have a week to think about that one, because beach night for me looks like beach whale night.
Well, that'd be bad for everyone, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Gain of 7 for Marshall on first down, 2nd and 3 for the Memorial 20. Zanetti chased out of the pocket. Still chased, flag down. Zanetti will get a first down, but there's a flag in the Madison Memorial backfield.
Initial call holding. And you saw the athleticism of Zanetti escaping the rush, but again, they're trying to max protect in the route. He ended up scrambling to the side of the single receiver who had gone to the middle, and now he had nowhere to go with the ball. High school, they can't throw it away. There's no out-of-the-pocket rule, and so he's sort of trapped.
Mentioned Michael Harrison, his first season as Madison Memorial's head coach. It's his 7th overall season as head coach against 6 at Madison La Folla. It's been a pretty, not a revolving door, but pretty close to it for Madison Memorial the last number of years. Fred Hobley, Rick Sines, Mike Galindo, Adam Smith, and now Mike Harris takes over. He's only the 8th head coach in Madison Memorial football history, but they're 5th in the last 10 years.
Yeah, Wally Shesau was there forever, kind of like Alan. But boy, there's been a lot of coaching change, and that certainly impacts the program, doesn't it?
It's another thing that's really changed in high school sports is you just don't see guys staying in it as long as they used to.
Well, the penalty moves Memorial back to the 5-yard line. It's 2nd and 19 from their own 5. They'll try to get some of it back with Marshall. Oh, he almost squirted free.
And that's why it was a killer penalty. They went from like 2nd and 3 and, you know, in a friendly down to throw, but the pressure created the holding call, and there are a few penalties that are more crippling than offensive holding to a high school football team. Especially, where now Sun Prairie smelling some blood here. It's 3rd and long.
Yeah, defense licking their chops.
Yeah. Look for high pressure here.
Marshall got 3 on the carry, so 3rd and 16 from Memorial's own 8-yard line. Zanetti from his goal line, and they got him in the end zone. Or did they?
It should be a safety.
It sure looked like it.
All the coaches from Sun Prairie in front of us think so. Joey Halstead is going to get credit for making the tackle in the end zone.
So our first points of the season come from Sun Prairie's defense.
Yeah, and this was kind of interesting as they went to a one-back set. Only kept one back in to block and sent out 4 receivers. Like I said, I was pretty sure Sun Prairie was going to bring the heat. And so now with the safety, the kickoff will come from the 20-yard line, and they have a choice of whether to kick off or punt.
And as we start the second quarter, early in the second quarter, the lights coming into play, and they are new lights here at Mansfield Stadium. There's a new turf here as well. The grass getting torn up pretty good by the wet conditions of earlier today, but the lights are on for the first time.
And when you drive on Mineral Point Road and look at the lights, you think there aren't even any lights there. They're all focused down. Mm-hmm. So if you're driving away from Mansfield Stadium, you hardly know that the lights are on because they're so focused on the playing surface.
Yeah, it's the newest technology that is out there with the new lighting systems, and it's really amazing that there's like virtually no spillage in the neighborhood and on the surrounding areas. So
there you see. Now you see how regular lighting, you'd see more than just those 4 bulbs absolutely pointing at you.
Right.
So Memorial will kick it away after the safety. Cole Kirchhoff is a 6-foot, 160-pound junior, and he'll kick it away. So Sun Prairie leading 2-0 and getting the ball right back. Yeah, this is a good kick. Goes right over the head of Lanphier, and he has to retreat inside his 10 to start the return. Now he breaks into the clear. Lanphier is going to get to the 45 in the 46.
It ended up being very productive. He shook one guy and took off. And again, the coverage units get spread out, and this is another one of those situations that you go over, but whether they even practiced it in fall camp we usually talked about it, but we didn't always. They just get more spread out in that type of a setting than what they would do in a normal kickoff.
Lanphier is a junior, 6'1", 170 pound, 36-yard return.
First down. Gillies is going to take it and go left and head to the sideline. Penalty marker down at the tackle. Mike Harris didn't seem to be real pleased with that flag, so you'd suggest that might be against Memorial, but we shall see.
I think we have a holding. Yep, holding inside.
Okay, it's on Sun Prairie.
But I don't know if there's another one down on the sideline. It was really close.
Now they're saying push him back.
So maybe Mike Harris is trying to politic to make sure the officials saw the holding call.
That could be too.
Here it is.
That happens occasionally as well.
Many a time a head coach has
by the hash mark
tried to assist the official.
I think that's Creighton Grakowski, the center, who grabbed the Memorial player right around the shoulder pad. So
first penalty of the game for Sun Prairie. Memorial's been penalized twice.
Yeah, so Sun Prairie broke out a little bit quarterback run for the first time, and it would have been a productive play had there not been the holding.
If you're just tuning in, we're in the top of the 6th at Sun Prairie 2, Madison Memorial nothing. Now that's football. A Sun Prairie safety is Joey Halstead tackled Jason Zanetti in the end zone early in the second quarter. So after the holding call, it's going to be 1st and 17 back at the 39-yard line for Sun Prairie. Gillis. Intercepted, and look out! Here he goes. That's Chauncey Cannon. Has to cut it back. He's going to get to the 10, but Memorial has the ball in great position.
Tremendous hustle by the Sun Prairie fullback, Ackley, forcing to cut back, and a couple linemen got over there. So here we go, Memorial.
Well, Cannon's the guy that made the stop on Cooper Nelson on the goal line stand when Nelson had 7 inches on him here. he jumps the route, and I thought he was going for all the way, but as Alan said, give credit to that Sun Prairie offensive line for hustling down the field and making the stop.
So there's a chance for the defense to bow up. It just got the throw just got away from him. Nelson's pretty tall, but he overshot him.
Devin Barksdale made what proved to be a touchdown-saving tackle for Sun Prairie. Here's Memorial, 1st and 10 at the 11. Sinetti to the end zone, touchdown, Chernelia! Madison Memorial has the lead, 6-2.
Yeah, Sinetti to Chernelia. This was probably Sinetti's favorite pass play. Just watching practice the other day. It's just a little power pass action right off of you got the fullback in the flat. It's a tri-level route. Flanker at back end of the end zone and the tight end right on the front edge of the end zone.
Sinetti to Chernelia. Let's go to Delatalia after the game.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was a nice throw.
Yeah.
Sinetti put that thing right where
that
it
was a
needed
beautiful
to be.
throw.
And one play after the turnover, they cash in.
Wow. Extra point attempt, Cole Kirchhoff.
It's good.
7-2. Well, when they put this score up or announce it around the Big 8, people are going to go, huh.
Yeah.
How about that? Long way to go. 10-10 left in the second quarter, but tell you what, Memorial scored more points in this game than they did all last year against Sun Prairie.
Alan, you only coached in 3 places in your career. How difficult is it to come in and implement a new system? Culture is the word today and age. You got to implement a new culture. I've heard that a lot.
Yes.
But, I mean, that's a great buzzword, but what's it mean?
Well, yeah.
Michael Harris has obviously done something there.
Right. No, I think what you're trying to establish is a general understanding of how you're going to treat everybody. A lot of buzzwords as far as effort and energy and those type of things. And so just a real belief in each other, too. And so what you've seen here tonight is Memorial's game plan has been very simple. It's basically 2 back. We're going to pound the rock.
But that's different than last year when they played the spread.
Yes, last year they played they've been a spread team here for a long time with their athletes, and I think they're trying to build a toughness, that we're going to physically go after these people. And a lot of people would say, oh, boy, you think you're going to come after Sun Prairie with that? But
I'd be one of those.
It's a tough man game. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm not sure that can happen, but they're doing it here tonight. But they've been helped by mistakes by Sun Prairie, too.
2 turnovers for Sun Prairie, 1 on the block punt.
Kirchhoff kicks it deep. This is Lanphier on another return. He heads to the right side, now cuts back left, and still going. And Lanphier is going to run out of gas, you'd think, but boy, that's a heck of a return.
Great effort.
Yeah, 33-yard line.
And that's one of the things, high school football, at the end of the day, it's really the best bang for your buck. People paying $4 or $5 to come here tonight, and these kids just playing their hearts out. Because like you said, he looked like he was out of gas, but he gutted it out for another 8 yards or so. And so, again, this is going to open some eyes with this score. Now we'll see. What we always talked about is now what's your answer?
You saw Brian Kaminsky's in his 16th season as Sun Prairie's head coach. His record is 117-46. But his guys are running into a buzzsaw in green and white. Now, Memorial says they came away with the football on the run as they stole it away from Nathan Schauer, but he was down.
That was Sam Jessup, who's one of their top returning defenders.
Right. Forward progress had been stopped, and so, you try to do your sales job. And the linebacker, 44, Kyle Murphy again. Really good player.
Loss of 4. 2nd and 14 back at the 30. This is that little end run from Davis, and Davis breaks free. He's going to get a first down and more.
Yeah, a nice call. They're getting they're having difficulty blocking that inside front of Memorial, and so now they get outside.
Flag, late flag, well after the end of the play. We'll see what that is after we take another look at that great run by Ari Davis. But there was a flag that came in as the teams were going back to their respective huddles. So let's see what that is.
And the Memorials are walking down the field.
Yeah,
unsportsmanlike conduct to call.
Well, this is another really important piece here. This is 15 freebies.
Now, you talked about culture and how things are changing at Madison Memorial. Mike Harris is an English teacher at Memorial High School, and that seemed to be an important thing to have the head coach in the building all day long.
Yes, I know that was a really big priority of Jeremy Schlitz. And, Mike's a really good man and a really good teacher.
Shower on the carry. Tackle by Caden Reitz.
He was actually a track coach here at Memorial from like 2004 to 2008. And then he had the stint over at La Follette. But has always been just a first-class individual, the way he treats the kids, and, just a really good person.
He was a senior at Whitewater when Brian Kaminsky was a freshman.
So they've known each other, known of each other certainly for quite some time. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. This is for Nelson, a little wide receiver screen on the far side, and that looks like that's going to be a first down. Jessup made the tackle, but not before Nelson got another fresh set of downs for the Cardinals.
Right, that seems to be the type of pass play that Gillis feels the most comfortable for. Get it out of his hands right away into the hands of a playmaker.
Good look at Cooper Nelson. His dad Scott was at these games for years with Jay. Still does Badger football on the radio. He's on that Rose Bowl team.
Cooper Nelson getting some looks from Division II and even Northwestern Division I school. This is Gillis, the quarterback, breaking a tackle, and he's going to fall forward. Looks like he's got a first down. But I believe there might be a penalty marker.
Well, we're trying to figure out where that flag is.
Well, the Memorial guys are all pointing back toward the Sun Prairie side. And here's the call. That was motion on Sun Prairie.
Illegal procedure.
So that wiped out a first down carry by quarterback Richie Gillis.
And that's the type of penalty you're going to see in game one, is it not, Coach?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think it was the wide receiver on this side, ironically, with the Memorial staff close by. It's a little easier to politic.
What are you saying?
It's a little easier to politic when you're right there. Did you see him move? But, and that was, again, a really well-designed play. They've been given to the tailback, and then the quarterback, Gillis, pulls it and takes off. So we're going to see more of that as we come.
Back to the 28, 1st and 15, another penalty. And again, the Memorial side's pointing towards Sun Prairie, so I think they're the good talkers, or I don't know what, but
they lobby well.
Yeah. Well, it's an election year.
Yeah.
Midterm. Let's see if this goes against the Cardinals again.
This is just little things of, I think wide receivers are just readjusting their feet as they get lined up. And so, and especially with a man in motion, everyone has to be set 1 full second before the man comes in motion. And so, I know they've been taught and coached, but there's no one and there's doing, as we used to say.
Each team with 3 penalties on opening night here as we played a quarter and a half.
2 in a row for Sun Prairie. They would gone from the 23 back to the 33. 1st and 20. Well, they look to Nelson now. Gillis in trouble, and Gillis eats it and gets sacked.
As we had seen that motion play. They were trying to set up a screen to the tailback, but the Memorial defense sniffed that out, and so he was stuck with the pressure because the lineman let him go because they're going to set up a screen.
Yeah, Caden Reitz blew up the screen. He was close to Nelson, so Gillis couldn't get him the ball, and Dahl, I believe, makes the sack here. But Reitz made the play by sniffing out Nelson on the potential screen pass.
Right, but the tailback there was a screen right and the screen left, so it was like a double screen, but both guys were matched up.
It's 2nd and 30 for Sun Prairie. Here comes the sack again! My goodness! The green machine Defensively, that time Sam Jessup got there. And Kyle Murphy. Goodness, it's 3rd and 39.
Coach, what do you dial up at 3rd and 39? You're happy you're up here, aren't you?
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. You don't have much on the play call sheet for that. It becomes like, okay, let's kind of regroup. Let's try to have a positive yardage play here. Punt team, get ready.
Yeah. Well, they're going to go the safe route. Shower, well, broke one tackle, but not the second.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 4th down. That's Caden Reitz, the linebacker, on the stop.
Draw plays the safe call. They're going to send their pass rush upfield. Maybe you slip through and then make a couple guys miss, but good open field tackling by Memorial. Should come out of it with decent field position.
Yeah. Well, the guy who scored the only touchdown of the night, excuse me, he had an interception, I should say. Chauncey Cannon is deep to receive this punt from Shanahan. Everyone get out of the way for Memorial. It'll roll to the 12-yard line, and that's where the Spartans get it.
That's another one that gives coaches nightmare. You just catch the ball, and doesn't matter what level, you always see it as it's just as a killer when they don't catch the ball and you lose an extra 10 yards.
Did you have a code word that you
Yeah, we do. Well, you also have the code word of everybody get away. So our call is fire.
Fire.
Okay. So, but unfortunately, the defensive player got in his way, so he didn't really get a chance to catch it. So.
All right.
Sun Prairie's defense has provided the only points for the defending runners-up in Division I. They had an opportunity here to pin Memorial deep in their own territory.
From Memorial's 12, they pitch it to Marshall, and he loses yardage as Sun Prairie read it well and got into the backfield. Let's see, 54,
trying to
first
figure
on
out
the team, Rademacher.
We're having a team meeting in the huddle trying to figure out where that went, because the fullback went right and the toss went left, and I don't think it was designed that way.
Sun Prairie was so sound defensively a year ago, they only allowed 7 points a game.
They had so many playmakers, as you said. My goodness. They still have some. Somebody's got to step up and make a play here. 2nd and 13 from the 9 for Memorial. Leading 7-2. Pass a little too high for the intended target. Max Hoser got a hand on it but couldn't grab it.
Kind of an interesting, with 4:30 left, I was thinking they might try to run again and
eat up some clock.
But they decided to go with a quick pass, which wasn't very risky. He had a decent shot at it, but
Sun Prairie should get pretty good field position if they can make a stop here on what you would think would be a conservative play call by Memorial.
Right. So this is a really interesting play call to see what Memorial is thinking, and are they going to go conservative and run and trust their defense, or are they going to try and go for a first down here?
Jeremiah Jordan is the running back now. They'll give it to Jordan. I guess give it to your best athlete, and he hangs on, doesn't fumble, so that's good for Memorial. But the bad news is it's 4th down and the punt's coming up.
Jordan's a big kid, 6'2", 205.
Right. Now they've already burned one timeout. I was just curious if they were going to hold on to it, which I would probably too at this point. But I think you'll see Memorial taking their time.
At halftime, Jim Rutledge from ESPN Wisconsin will give us some observations on the Packers, the Badgers, and high school sports. That's coming up at halftime here on the Prep Mania Game of the Week on TVW. They're letting that clock run all the way down, and they let it run down too far. They take a timeout.
I don't know. That was interesting. I wasn't sure
That's
who was going to. Yeah, well, I think what Memorial wants to do is make sure they're sound in their protection, talk through it. Okay, they probably aren't going to use it right now. They're going to try to get the half with the score where it is. Sun Prairie wanted to hold on to their timeout offensively. So this is really more, okay, guys, let's just get settled in, make sure that we have our blocking all set for any block possibility that Sun Prairie comes with.
Ready to come after the kicker?
You know, it's going to be, I don't think they are.
Your offense hasn't scored a point.
The only reason I say no is there's 2 guys back. And so typically if you're going to go for the block, you have 1 guy back. But that being said, a lot of teams also have it where one side is a rush side and then peels back into the wall. So this is one of those crucial, you spend a lot of time on the kicking game. This is one of those crucial moments where punt protection and punt return become pretty important.
Hoser with a little rugby punt out of the end zone. It is absolutely off the side of his foot. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 12.
I think it's going to be a 1-yard punt.
Okay, now they're lining him up. Okay, it's going to be at the 11-yard line.
It might be a minus 2-yard punt.
Ooh. Wow. So he took a couple of steps to his right to avoid any rush up the middle and just didn't kick the ball.
Nope, and that's high school football.
Yes, it is.
Here it is. If you're a Memorial fan, cover your eyes.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, his own guy almost got into him a little there. Schaefer,
and that's,
I don't know.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about trust the process, and I'm not sure that's what they normally do, but always it sounds like it makes sense, but it is harder to on the run to one side or another.
Well, opportunity knocks for the Sun Prairie offense. This is Davis. Tripped up, got inside the 10. It'll be 2nd down and maybe 5 for Sun Prairie.
This is that jet sweep action you see a lot of teams use. Obviously the Badgers liked it. They've been going back with when Melvin Gordon coming off wings and setting up wide, and the Badgers, Paul Christ, use it quite a bit.
And if you're Sun Prairie, you got to score here when you get a break like that, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. 2nd and 5 from the 6. They can get a 1st down at the 1. This is Shower. Fumble. Oh, my goodness. Loose ball. I think Sun Prairie got it back.
Ooh, baby.
Wow.
Somebody whacked it loose.
So Shower was trying to work his way for yardage. Some pretty tight quarters. Ooh, there it popped out.
And Cooper Nelson, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Dahl might have been the guy who got the pop to separate the football. Would you like tonight's?
They're gonna measure it.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So, yeah, again, he needed to get to the 1. In the meantime, I'll give you tonight's trivia question, give you a chance to think about it.
Is there a duck involved with this trivia?
No, if you say the right word.
Okay.
The last City of Madison high school to play for a state championship was? That's tonight's question. We will give you time to think of it. Got any ideas?
1997.
Edgewood 97?
I was going to say it's a trick question.
That was as a private school, 97.
Okay,
I'll say Memorial was like 80.
I'll say WIA.
Okay,
Yeah.
WIA. Then it was Memorial.
Allen won in 97.
Then it was Memorial. Then it was Memorial in like 84.
84 Madison Memorial.
That was my first year in Madison
Was
when I
that
came
right?
to Holy Name.
Okay.
So Wally Shushow, correct?
Yeah. They were the state runners-up in Division I to Ron Rubik's Manitowoc team, 24-3.
No Big 8 team has won a state title since 1995 when Sun Prairie did so.
Okay, this is 3rd and 1. Boy, there's a lot of humanity there.
This is one of the real challenges when teams have gone to these pistol and shotgun formations. And so what Sun Prairie does in short yardage, they hurry up and the quarterback jumps under center. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of this new wave where, back in the day, everybody had under center, fullback, got the ball in short yardage, and now that's not part of the offense anymore when you're a solely pistol shotgun team.
Okay, they got a 1st down. It's 1st and goal inside the 1. The running back is Aaron Shelby. Shelby, he's stopped. Nice. Somebody got a hold of his waist. Kyle Dahl grabbed him and pulled him back. Second down.
This is one of those real difficult things because this is a major mentality, cultural,
we're back to culture again.
Yeah, we're back to culture. Okay, toughness. And, I got to believe that Sun Prairie wants to pound this in and send a message that they can be physical here.
They have 2 timeouts left in the final minute and a half of the second quarter.
Ball's back at the 2 now. Second down. Oh, beautiful ball fake by Gillies, and he walks in for the touchdown. That was well done.
That was very well done. You going back to the first play of the game, they gave, and the guy sat on the quarterback, and, he had run it enough that the guy sunk down on the dive and left him open on the end. Great fake by Gillis.
So for the extra point is Connor Shanahan. He's a 6'2", 175-pound senior.
Well, this is interesting with a one-point lead. They're going for the kick. This would be a fake alert.
Well, that's blocked at the line, and it goes wide right. So it stays 8-7 Sun Prairie. Oh, we got ourselves a ball game here tonight, huh?
Yeah, no, it's pretty exciting stuff. Yeah. Good close game. Both teams have some real positives going in and feel like at the same time that there's things that they can do better. Yeah.
It's an 11-yard drive, 5 plays after that -2-yard punt. So Sun Prairie takes advantage of a big break and grabs the lead back.
Right. And if you're Memorial, you're thinking like we've played really good football, and if we avoid the catastrophic mistake of the really poor punt, we're in pretty good shape. The Memorial's really kind of hurt themselves, that punt, and the other points that Sun Prairie got ended up, where the fumble gave them the short field that put them down in that situation also.
Memorial will have 1 timeout left when they receive this kickoff.
Right, and this will be another tell of are they going to really try to score. Some of it might depend on how the kickoff is returned. Are they going to try to score, or are they going to be happy to get the half with 1:20 left?
So here's the kickoff, and it's fumbled by Cannon. Now he'll head back upfield, avoids one tackler, tries to find a seam, and gets out to the almost 30-yard line. So how risky does Michael Harris get offensively here? Down only 1 with 1:10 left.
Yeah, that will be revealed, I think, on first down. He's either going to hand off to the tailback and try to get the half, or he's going to...
Remember, Sun Prairie's got 2 timeouts, so they want to take them on defense.
Well, no, that's what I mean is I personally would run, and given the situation here, but they could try and sneak a little play action here.
Cinetti hands it off. This is Cam Marshall, and Marshall breaks it down the near sideline. And that's going to be very close to a first down. In fact, nope, they give him the first down, so there you go.
Yeah, Marshall's very good back, very quick. But I tell you, there's a great combination block there. The tight end, Chernelia, did an awesome job. He's really done a nice job of collapsing that down.
Marshall's a 5'10", 170-pound junior.
It's a gain of 10 for Marshall. First down, Madison Memorial.
The fullback Schaefer's a big man. He's clearing some holes.
Another run. This time Marshall stopped pretty much at the line of scrimmage. 1 minute left, first half. Great to have our Rush Media crew here again with us this year. Kelly Eichhorst, Wes Larson leading the crew. Throws back on camera, I know. And
even the Grand Poobah Rush Media came by.
Timmy Eichhorst, yes, sir. That pass incomplete. Clock stops with 42 seconds left in the half. 3rd down and 10 coming up.
Okay, now that was an interesting call because now the incomplete pass allows Sun Prairie to really put them in a bind here. So you either run and force Sun Prairie to call a timeout, but now you're going to have to punt. Is the truth by taking the risk on the pass completion. The incompletion results in you probably are going to have to punt unless something positive happens here.
3rd and 10, 36-yard line. Zanetti throws, complete Chernelia, and he is stopped short. Jacob Powley with a solid tackle. Got Chernelia about a couple yards short of a first.
Yeah, he took a pop, too.
Yeah, no, it was very close to a sack. He was under duress and got that. I was going to say, I think.
And we'll have a Sun Prairie timeout, I believe.
Yeah, I think.